And we're back for Gulfstream Park on Thursday for terrific Terry Thursday. And I cannot tell you how disappointed I was by that 6-horse winning yesterday at Gulfstream Park, Terry. They just
I know.
had half of the field. The lowest payout on the pick four was what, $1,200 with the favorite.
Yep.
Yeah, but at least got the one before that paid what, like $380 or something like that.
You sure did. Yeah, it was really nice. And you had that long shot paid $69 and something.
Yeah. Every now and then, you know what they say about a squirrel finding a nut.
Yeah.
It's the broken clock theory in play, in full display. All right, Terry. Well, today, when the show is over, we'll post all of our picks as well as our thoughts and Benny in the bets right here at horseracingtoday.net. Just click on that. In there, you will find a link to today's smart sheets, explanation on how to use them. If you like what we do, hit that tip jar right there. And today's free track over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, I think, is Delta Downs. Use the link right there so they know where you came from. Hit this HRT gear button right about there and get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear to support the show at 20% off. Good morning, Private Ross. Good morning, Lauren. How are you? Let us know how many picks you have over at Lauren_Shap on X. This morning, Terry, unfortunately, I had one of those life events pop up in the morning, a fire. So I didn't get a chance to do the profile of a winner. No turf races today. So this is a 5 furlonger on the turf. Made an optional claiming that speed number 83 is a big number. And according to our smart sheets, has anybody hit that number, Terry?
No, you got one that is a maybe, came within 3 points, but everybody else is a no.
And when that's the case, we got to come over here and look at all this first-timer and second-timer starter data. Terry, some interesting nuggets in there to consider.
Yeah, take a look at the 6. It's got 2.95, which is just under the 3 points perfect score with the back bullet workout. And then the other two are at 1.95 and 1.25, which is a little lower than the 2.5 we like to see. There's some second race partability for the 2-horse and also for the 3, 4, 5 horse.
It's the 5, yeah.
Yeah, and they look pretty nice.
Speaking of jockeys and trainers, who looks pretty nice over about there, Terry?
Well, the 8's the best jockey. 2 has the best trainer, but I think the 8 is the best trainer-jockey combination.
Could well be. Well, you know, with these first-time starters, you got the 7 that did show some speed, the 1 that wants to co-pilot. This whole host of horses right there has not been within 5 lengths of leaders at the finish line. For me, when you have all these no's, Terry, you got to do most of your work over in here. That's exactly what I did. What did you do in race number 1?
Well, I went a little bit different, as you can see. I went with the 1, third out on an all-weather track last time. Real wins at 20%, 20% clip, and then trainer wins 23% of the time with the first time Lasix. There's a bullet workout, and then number 8, Momo Mugshot. That is a first-time starter whose breeding suggests he'll like the grass. Trainer and jockey have high win rates, and then the 10 is my third choice. Has a high percentage trainer who wins 18% of the race when using first-time Lasix. Jockey has a high percentage win per. And then Skedaddling Home, the 5, my long shot, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Bullet workout on January 11th. No bets for me in this race.
Yeah, as a part of my fire putting outer hat this morning, I don't really have the in-depth notes I normally have, but I did make some notes. Righteous, the 2-horse, does have the most second race par ability. Everybody in here is a no. You got 1 maybe. Number 6, Cajun Lad. That is your top rated first-time starter. The 3 furlong back bullet workout. So in the short race, that tells me he should get out of the gates pretty quickly. Number 5, Skedaddling Home, could be doing just that as the second highest rated second race par ability horse in the race. And then the 8-horse, you have Momo Mugshot. Was a tough call for me over the 3. But I went with Irad Ortiz on the second rated first timer. I'm going to do, ordinarily I do trifecta boxes in these things, Terry. And then the exacta comes in. And, I said to myself, if you hit your head against the wall long enough, you got to come to realize it's you that has to move and not the wall.
Yeah, I've always felt that trifectas were one of the hardest bets to get, and I don't know. I've just had that mindset. And I was in a contest one time, and they were talking about, and I was saying how hard they were, and they went, "Hey, you bet the harder ones, the pick fours and pick fives."
Yeah, well, it all comes back to me from when I was a kid. My good friend Joe G's dad telling me, smallest amount of money for the biggest amount of payoff. If you're at the track with your buddies and having fun, yeah, that is indeed the case. But like for these horse racing handicapping contests, where ultimately I want to end up, going off to that Vegas and winning that thing and bringing home the check for the team, Terry.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
You can't do it that way. You really have to identify one or two horses that you really feel strongly about and then play those convictions. Sort of kind of like life, I guess. Find an idea or two that you like, that you have a strong conviction in, and put everything you got into it. Real quick, our good friend Don Johnson likes to see the second race pick so that he may put together a daily double. He may know which horses to play, or maybe more importantly, Terry, which ones to avoid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, we just jest. I want to say hello to Rapid Dub 8. Race 1 exacta box to 5 and the 2 at Gulfstream Park. Bingo. Write it down. I got that too, my friend. So let's see if indeed that happens. Thank you for your picks. And if like Lauren or Private Ross or Rapid Dove, you want to say hi, share your thoughts on what you think will end up in the winner's circle today. Tell Terry you think he's cute. Go ahead and do that in the comment section. So race number 1, Terry. The one thing about Gulfstream Park, my lord, it must be nice to live in nice in Southern California, I'm sure too, but South Florida,
yeah,
just like they just kind of go along at their own pace. No,
they do.
Yeah, we know we were supposed to get the post 10 minutes ago. We'll just get there when we get there. Anyway, they're there now, and we'll talk a little bit about what we see happening. According to our smart sheets, the 5 horse should be your pace setter in here. But again, a lot of horses very early in their careers. You have a lot of volatility. What is and what should be. Yeah, it's the story of life, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The 5 horse right now is your favorite at 3-1. 2 horses next up in line at 7-2. After that, I think the 1, which I don't have in my trifecta, but my exacta box, because I am tired of banging my head against the wall. Does look like an overcast day down there in South Florida, so perhaps they're expecting some rain. Hence, all the turf races moved off to the all-weather. Looks like they're just about all in. You really can't see behind the gate there. One horse is getting a little bit of extra attention before they go out, and out they go, Mr. Terry. I think just about everybody got off to a pretty good start as they run down the backside. I really cannot stand this point of view, to be honest with you, Terry.
Yeah.
But at the 10 horse, Fulco Vivo, you better say that one right, because you could find yourself in a little bit of trouble. The 9 horse, Gray Astray, is Gray, and he's giving all these horses all they can handle. The 1 horse is getting up in there. Maybe I shouldn't have done any bet in this race because none of my horses are getting a single call today, Terry.
Uh-oh.
Yes, well, that's
that
right.
doesn't
10
mean
horse. 10 horse at 5-1. The 1 horse coming in there next. You got really nothing else coming around there. Maybe 11 horse, 8 horse. Some other horses coming up the rear. Looks like the 10 horse is going to break to the lead, keep the lead, and go all the way around the track on the front. Some other latecomers in there. Terry, you should have did the trifecta box, maybe. I don't know. You don't have the 11. Maybe the 8's going to get in there. It's going to be a tough call. 10, 10-1. You should have did the exacta box, Terry, because that 10-1 exacta, had you played it, would have paid $36.
Wow.
5 times that, and you're profitable for your bennies in the bets in the day. Luis Garcia. There you go, Luis. It went 10-1 in race number 1. Let's go back and look at the smart sheets. Well, the 10 and the 1 were definitely in the mix down in here. The 1 was definitely in the mix up in there. The 1 was your only maybe horse so far. So there needs some consideration there for sure. Off to race number 2 we go. And guess what we're going to do again, Terry?
We're going to be off the turf.
Yes, in another maiden race. This time, the speed figure is 73. Didn't mean a damn thing in race number 1, so maybe it'll mean something in race number 2. In race number 2, Terry, well, it looks a lot like race number 1, so just pick something that's red and you're going to be happy, but nobody's hit par. According to our simulations, though, quite a few of them can get the par today.
Yeah, that's right. Take a look there. The best number there is the 6 with a 37.8%, and then followed up by that 3-horse have a 35%, almost 36.
Yeah, so we do 1,000 simulations where we project out speed figures. 73 is that number, and if we take a look at that, that means in 378 times. My Foolish Notion could well prove to be a good name for that horse if I bet it. 378 out of 1,000 times. That guy hit that speed figure, Terry. Does look like Magneto, second race par ability, a chance to go above there. Looks like the 2 on a big class drop, Terry, is the class, though, when we look at connections.
Well, take a look at the 2. It's got the best jockey and it has the best trainer, so it's the best combination.
It is indeed. Over here, we see our race shape, much like the last one. Oh, the 7 horse is the only one that's been close. So the 1 horse and was a close last time out. Everybody else not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line, Terry. I don't think the 7 is in this race, so that means 2 of them, according to our comfort zone. So that means none of them have been within 5 lengths of the leader. Just pick a name out of the hat. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
What names came out of your hat, Terry?
Well, I like the 2. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, Brad Cox, and wins at 18% of the races when using 8 first-time Lasix. Has a high percentage winning jockey, Irad Ortiz. Then I like the 3, Magneto. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Lasix is added. Then 5, One Bed. Finished 3rd versus similar to last race at today's distance. I like the 9 is my long shot. Drops in class today. Has a high percentage winning jockey. And Lasix is added with them. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson, Miami Vice Don. Pick 4, 2, 5, 2, 3, 5, 9 with the 2, 3, with the 3, 4, with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. I've missed a horse here. I got to have the 6 also in that first leg. That's a $50 ticket.
So 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9. I'm going to go with the 3 horse in my first pick, Magneto. Second race par ability. Yeah. Second race par ability was a little bit of doo-doo ability in the last race, but hell, maybe it'll come through for me in this one. This one has a chance to exceed par. Everybody else is a no and a couple maybes. My Foolish Notion, the 6 horse, should be a part of the early speed with a top C zone, and we saw that yesterday with a 2 horse that got out to the front, strong C zone, and nobody caught up. Herb Street, second race upside. Though, you know, the thing to me here with this 2 horse, Terry, this just almost doesn't make sense to me. You got a Brad Cox horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Made in 70,000 last time out. Got Irad Ortiz riding, and you're dropping to maiden claiming 17,000 in the second start. Things that make you go, they want to sell that one. Maybe they figure they can sell it, catch a price, and also a paycheck. I don't know. And then finally, the 9 horse, Shadidabella. I have no. You want to try to pronounce that one, Terry? Shadid Elblast? I have no idea.
Shadow Blast, I guess.
No,
I don't know either. Some of these
whatever it is, it's a long shot that could be out front versus this pack with second race upside. We see that over here. The 9 horse with a 48% chance to get to the lead. You get to the lead against this type of field, you might just stay there. My pick 4, I really couldn't find a race I wanted to go with only 2 horses, so I just went 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. The Noah +1, pick 4, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6. So if it goes 3, 3, 3, 3, I'll be happy about that, Terry.
Yep.
Speaking of 3s, that's the next race for you and me. The third one. Hopefully we get away from maiden claimings and second races and all that stuff. It is 1 mile, 1 turn mile. Ordinarily, they do favor speed on the dirt, I know for sure, at Gulfstream Park. They do favor early speed, Terry. So for the first time today, let's put our focus on who's going to have the lead when the race gets going.
Well, that 4 horse is going to have the lead. As long as it gets a good clean break, it's going to get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, he's got a 9-point early speed advantage too. So every 5 points equals approximately 1 length. So that's normal. Giddy up and go when the gates open. The 4-horse, Santos to Wilson, could be 2 lengths ahead of everybody else. At the back end of the race, the 3-horse has a 6-point late speed edge. So if he's anywhere close coming out of the turn, has a good chance to run everybody down. Does look like the 4 wants to be out front. Does look like the 3 wants to close. This pattern should really favor horses out towards the front, Terry. But according to our C-zone, only one of them with a score above 50%.
Yeah, that's at 2 horses above 50. But there's 3 or 4 others or 2 or 3 others that get close to the 50%.
One thing I want to point out, yesterday, that 6-horse that did beat me in the course of the show, I mentioned it was the only horse in the race that showed better early pace, better mid pace, and better fractions through the opening quarter and half mile. Ticking has that designation today. The 2-horse is a 9-point last race speed figure edge, pretty strong in the simulation odds. The 3 is your top total pace. Terry, who's your top total jockey trainer combo?
Well, the 2 is the best jockey and the 4 best trainer according to the data. But the 2, I think, has got the best jockey trainer combination.
Does the 2 have the best chance to win race number 3 for you, Terry?
I think he does. The Princess Spur won the last race at Churchill Downs, highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then Philharmonic, the 3, won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer. Santos to Wilson, the 4, won 30% of his starts at Gulfstream Park, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 5, Speed Controls, my long shot, likes his track, been in the money 53% of the time, winning 12% of the starts, and he finished in today's at today's distance, the money 80% of the time, winning 20% of the starts. No bets in here for me.
Yeah, I have the 2-horse, the Princess Spur, as my first selection too. Top last race speed figure was a 9 points better than everybody else. Pretty strong simulation favorite and taking the biggest class drop. We see that right here, moving down 1.4 lengths with a good jockey to boot. Number 3, Philharmonic is your top total pace horse, 6 points better than everybody else. So if you add the early pace and the late pace, Philharmonic sings its way to a 1 length plus win. Number 4, Santos to Wilson, as Terry and I have the same exact trifecta. It is the Lone E horse that we spoke about here. Has an excellent chance to get to the front. Decent enough C-zone to stay there. And then finally, Ticking. Consistent as can be with much better early pace and fractions. Like I said, that 6-horse that beat me for a grand and 2 at least, that had that same setup yesterday. Hopefully doesn't beat me in my pick 4 again today. All right, guys. We got a lot of this is who won the first race. 10, 1, and 4 over at Gulfstream Park. It's right there, folks. See it? And the 10, 1, and 4, Terry. I think in race number you didn't have the 4, did you? No, you had the 10 and the 1. No. All right.
Yeah. Also, Private Ross called that first race. He picked the winner.
Yes, Private Ross.
Yep.
You know what that makes him, Terry?
Makes him, I don't know, perfect for the day so far.
Makes him the man. I love me, Private Ross. Great guy, great supporter of the show. We greatly appreciate his contributions every single day. I know I joke with you, Private Ross, but you know, they say you only joke with the ones you love. And if you notice, I never joke with Terry.
That's right. He never does.
All right. So before we move on to the next race, Terry, tomorrow, Thomas and I are going to do 4 on Friday. It's going to be at Lingfield Park. You want to catch 4 on Friday and Monday. Of course, Terry and I always do Parks Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll do Tampa Bay Downs. Thursday, we'll do Gulfstream Park. Again, not quite sure what 4 on Friday will look like. We might be off next Thursday, though, where Terry might be solo. I have a very important meeting I got to go to. We'll see. But in any case, Terry, to make sure you don't miss any of that fun action, what's the best thing you can do?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell so that it does notify you about all the different programs when they're coming up, like 4 on Fridays. And then go ahead and copy the link at the bottom and share it with everybody you know. Say, come check us out. Go to our social sites at Horse Racing today, the number 2 day. And then go ahead and give us a thumbs up and a like. That's at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Skies. And then keep these comments and picks coming. They really help out the show.
The 10-1 paying $13.60. Yeah, Private Ross. It's top pick. That's why we ask everybody to put their selections on the sidelines there too in the comments, because we unfortunately we don't have a lock on winners. I wish we did, Terry, right?
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't be doing this. We'd be at the track, toes in the sand, app in the hand, and just chilling. You know, I read about these folks in Hong Kong that actually had a racing syndicate and turned into billionaires there. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's something else.
Just betting on horses. So
yeah.
Yes, and pretty soon Terry and I will be 100ers. So we're well on our way. All right, so race number 4 is next for us. That one's going to go 5.5 furlongs on the all-weather track. Does favor horses that get out to the front, Terry. The great thing about our smart sheets is they're really accurate on horses that are going to get off to a good start. And we got 4 of them, Terry, that should compete in the early going.
That's right. So it's really anyone's guess who's going to get that quarter pole first. Just a bet whoever gets the best break and the best decision by the jockey.
Now, you got a lot of them that want the lead down here. You see that in the pace setup. Whenever you see one of these triangles like this, the horse that's on the point, the 6 horse, can be a horse that you definitely want to get your eye on there, Terry. He is your top closer, but unfortunately a little bit light in the C zone.
Surely is. It's 9.77. There's several of these horses that are above that 50% threshold that we like to see. Matter of fact, I think all of them except for that 6 and the 9.
Yeah, so I probably have the 6 and the 9 in my picks. What do you have in terms of jockeys and trainers?
Well, the 8 has the best jockey and trainer, so it's the best jockey-trainer combination, I think.
Yeah, so the 4 and the 3, pretty substantial simulation favorites over here. The 3 horse is the only one that makes it over here in the top, along with the 8. So maybe 3, 4, 8, something else, according to the Smart Sheet sim odds and top total pace. What do you say?
Well, I like the 3. New York ran second versus similar in the last race. Best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters. Tied with another horse. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey as well. Western Shaft, the 4, finished the money in 3 of the races out of the last 5 starts at Gulfstream Park. Winning one of the races, drops in class today. Message from the King. 1, ran second versus tougher in the last race. Early speed running style helps chances, drops in class. And then I like 6, Ghostly Rose. She finished third versus similar in the last race, has the highest last speed rating, actually tied with New York. And Lasix is added. I'm going to play the very second Miami Vice pick 4. I'm going to use the 3-4 with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 with the 2, 6 with the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 $50 ticket.
It looks like I'm hoping 3s win all day, because my pick 4 is 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6, 3, 6, 8, 2, 3, 5. So if from race 2 to 7, nothing but 3 horses win, I'm going to be in pretty good shape, Terry.
Yeah.
I remember playing those contests when you see somebody go 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 all the way down and then win. You were like, that's just not fair. But anyway, I like the 3 horse in here. New York. One of 2 yes horses with the 5 horse. This one's what I call a finely healthy horse, Terry, the 3 horse. Looking at that finely healthy status, you see here, the horse made a start, go to the sidelines, made a start, go to the sidelines, made a start, and guess what it's not going to do this time?
It's not going to the sideline.
Yes, that guy's finally healthy. The 6 horse, Ghostly Rose. Another one that's not really been all that healthy either. Been off for more than a year. Definitely been in against tougher horses for certain. Work suggests he's ready to go today. Then the 4 horse, Western Shaft. Both of its all-weather sprints fit for the simulation favorite. Nice price, too. And then finally, the 9 horse, Smokin' Jack Flash. It's a gas. Tough call over a few others for me. Another one of those finely healthy types making 2 starts in a row for the first time since last March. Again, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6, 3, 6, 8, 2, 3, and 5. I couldn't find a race. I only wanted to put 2 horses in. So, again, the Noah +1, pick 4. The end of the first half of the card is race number 5. In here, we are looking at 5 furlongs on the all-weather. It was supposed to be on the turf. Another one of those maiden races, Terry. Did well for you in the opener. It made me look dumb. Anyway, 79 is your speed figure that the average winner has. Once again, we find only one that has hit that threshold.
That's right. That 5 horse is the only one that's either equaled or exceeded the speed par number for this. But the 3 and the 4 came within 1 or 2 points, and that 8 and 9 is within 4 points.
So, Sam, in which race are you talking about with the 9, the 2, the 5, and the 3? When you put picks in, kindly put the race number in so that everybody who's following along knows what to look for. Greatly appreciate that. We do have over here the 6-horse classic move, Terry, a first-time starter, 2.95 out of a 3-0 scale. That's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Sweet Ember, second race upside, up to 91. Again, 79 is that speed figure. So 91 is well past that number. Looking for high numbers in the jockey-trainer combination, we just look up 1 to Ticket the Ride to find the top jockey, right?
That's right. The 2, but the 5 has the best trainer, according to the data. But the 2 has really the best combination of trainer and jockey.
Yes, it also has the best CISO down right here, right?
It does, yeah. It has a pretty good C-zone. It's got a 93-plus C-zone. And there's a couple others that are above that 50%, such as the 4 and the 9.
Yeah, indeed. This is a pretty even race shape. 3 that want a pilot, 2 that want a co-pilot. 3 so far that have said, maybe racing's not my thing, not finishing within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. 6 is that first-time starter. You don't know what you're going to get. Sweet Ember, that second race upside horse, 3-point speed figure edge. The 8 could be your pace setter. 5-point early speed edge over everybody else. The 3 is also your top total pace horse. Nearly 2 lengths better than everybody else. Terry, is the 3 at a short price coming home the winner, Sweet Ember?
Well, I'm going to kind of buck that idea. Go with the 5 Lucky Win Coco, placed in 3 of 5 starts at Gulfstream Parks, winning once, and has been proven at today's distance. And then I like the 4 as my second choice, finishing the money in 2 out of 3 career starts. Drops in class today, has a high percentage wing trainer jockey. Sweet Ember, the 3 ran second versus similar on an all-weather track in the only start. Highest last race speed rating. Dam has 3 winners from 4 starters. Then I like the 9 Royal Retinue. Finished second. Finished in 2 races out of 3 career starts as well. Has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. No additional bets here for me.
If we travel back to race number 2, Rapido V8, Gulfstream Park number 6 to win and to place. Bullseye, write it down. I agree. I have the 3-horse Sweet Ember. That's my top selection. And here with that, the second race upside, way past par. Number 4, Miss Brunellas. Some speed, upside, first time Lasix. Usually speed and Lasix go together pretty nicely. Then the 6-horse classic move. It is that highly rated first-timer. Does have decent workouts. No back bullets, but pretty damn close, within 1/5 of a second. And then the 5-horse, Lucky Win Coco. The lone yes horse. Anytime you have a lone yes horse in maiden races, man, you got to put that one in your picks. Cutting back in distance, catching first-time Lasix. 2 + 2 equals maybe a winner at the top of the ticket. For Terry, $5 exact. The key box for me, 3 with the 4, the 5, the 6, and the 9. And I've been hitting a lot of these key boxes and then missing out on my trifectas, Terry. So maybe I'm just going to do key boxes. That's going to be my future.
New thing.
The only thing. Race number 6 starts the second half of the card. We're going to go 6 furlongs for race number 6, Terry. I know on the dirt, it's a speed track down there in South Florida. So in the 6th race, according to our smart sheets, we'll find out who has the speed. And there's a clear-cut horse that should take him out of the gates early on.
Yeah, it's that 3. It has weight more than double than the next clearest horse, the 7. So I think if it gets that good break, it should have no problem getting to that quarter pole first.
Although the 7 and the 8 might want to be on the lead. The 3 doesn't need the lead. It's not lead dependent. as a EP type. It can pilot or co-pilot. So if the 7 or 8 go too fast, the 3 can say thank you.
That's right.
If they go too slow, the 3 horse can say see you later. And what's interesting to note about this, Terry, whenever you have a strong favorite to get to the lead who has a pretty aggressive C-zone score relative to everybody else, a lot of times those horses go wire to wire.
Yeah, it has a really nice C-zone there at 75+%. And the thing that's closest to it is that 7 with a 70%.
Yeah, it's another one that wants to get out front. So the 2 horses out front might like to be out there, Terry. It looks like one of them has a best jockey trainer combination. You don't need to look too far.
Yeah, that's at 6 has a best jockey and trainer combination. So
indeed it does. Let's take a look, Terry. For once today, we do simulation odds where we do 1,000 simulations, project out the winner, and from that determine what our odds look like. Maybe we can find some value, and it looks like there's a few horses maybe to consider here.
Yeah, the 3 has a good value from 9-2 to 6-1, and then the 8's value is from 7-2 to 10-1. So
for race 6, why is Milo the 4 listed at 20-1? Is that not what he is in the morning line?
Yeah, he is 20-1 on the morning line, I think.
Yeah, he's listed at 20-1. You know, that's just the odds maker. We had on David Aragona. If you really want to know about making odds on the Players Edge podcast, or maybe it was on the Horse Center that Sean and I used to do, I forget. But Google David Aragona, and you'll learn a lot. And I think David he handles the NYRA circuit. I think he's probably one of, if not the best line makers in the country for horse racing.
Yeah.
And he explains how it all works. And it's not really about projecting who's going to win. It's his job to try to predict how the odds are going to stack up at post time.
Yeah, how the bettors are going to bet.
Correct. It has nothing to do with his viewpoint on. If you want his viewpoint on who's going to win, over on Talking Horses, I think it is, David has out his selections, and they don't necessarily mirror his morning line odds. Any case, Terry, we've talked about this. Let's talk about our picks for race number 6.
All right. So in race 6, I like the 6, El Gutty. Finished 3rd versus similar last race, high percentage winning trainer, and switched to the high percentage winning jockey. And then the 2, Dogwood Crossing, won last race at Gulfstream Park, has the highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer as well. Fighting Words, the 1, finished in the money 2 out of the races out of 3 starts, winning one of those paired with a successful trainer and jockey. And then I like 5, Cajun Cooking, likes Parks Racing. Gulfstream Park, finished in the money in 61% of the races, winning 11% of the starts, and he's finished the money in 67% of the races at today's distance. No bets for me in here.
ePonies has it at 20-1, but Milo has a code. For me, we have it at 23-1, so that's pretty fair. I mean, when we did the odds, that means it wins maybe 1 out of every 4 times out of 100, maybe, when we did it. So 40 out of 1,000. I mean, nothing's perfect. If it were perfect, every horse would be 1-9. And that's the great part about horse racing. It's a mutual pool. And because of that, you're betting against everybody else. And that's the idea behind Smart Sheets, not necessarily to pick the winner every time, although we would be grateful if it could do that, but to help you kind of identify horses that maybe give you value beyond what everybody else sees in the mutual pool, and find some horses like yesterday that paid $69 to win. Because that's really where you're going to make your money in horse racing. Everybody knows that, the favorites, they do win more often than not, like 30% of the time, but they do generate a negative ROI. And if you're losing money, Terry, you can't stay in business for long.
Nope.
I have the 8-horse Imma Peppa. I'm a Peppa. All right, I'm a Peppa too. That one, Terry, is your simulation favorite. Resume says a big pop is possible in the second start after layoff. And again, if you've been around the show long enough to know, Mark Kramer in his book, Horse Racing Cycles, a great read if you haven't done it yet. I like to look back and see what horses do. Last time the horse came off the bench, ran poorly in the first one, and then popped pretty heavily in the second one. That's what I'm expecting here today. Next after that, I have the 3-horse Lazio as my second choice. Consistent performer, third startup after layoff, better fractions, and a better final time last out. Number 6, El Gutti. Switching to Irad Ortiz helps. Small class drop. And then finally, the 2-horse Dogwoods Crossing, top total pace, really good form, and room for more right now. $5 exact key box, 8 over the 2, the 3, the 6, and the 7. That's it for me right here. Can you excuse me 1 second, Terry? Can you take the show from here and tell people, or we'll just describe race number? We'll just take the show on what to do here, okay?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to congratulate Private Ross 99. He says he got lucky yesterday. He had a 33-1 shot at Tampa Bay, and I don't know if that was the horse that Rich had as a long shot, but that's a good pick, Private Ross. And then if you should subscribe to our YouTube channel. It sure helps us out if you do. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. If we get there, it also helps us with more tools to do more things for you folks. Go ahead and hit the bell once you subscribe, and that'll let you go and see whatever programs we have coming up. But copy the link at the bottom, share it with everybody you know, so they can come and check us out. Go to our social site at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies at Horse Racing, the number 2 day, and give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep these comments coming, as they're really nice to see, and we enjoy to see the picks.
Yes, race number 2, Terry, good timing there. Just about ready to get cracking. All the horses are loaded. Right now, the 2-horse, Herb Street, 1-1. And then Magneto. That one's the next at 9-5. Then the 6-horse, 7-1. The 9-horse, 9-1. The 10-horse, 18-1. 5-horse, 10-1. They're all lined up. Another maiden claiming race. And we have race number 2 off and running. And the 9-horse has broken sharply to the lead. And again, I wished that we could just bet who's going to win the race to the quarter-mile marker. I don't think we would ever lose a race, Terry. At 10-1, the horse with the interesting name, Shadid Blah Blah, is on the lead. Then the 3-horse, riding closely in second. To the outside is the 6-horse, My Foolish Notion, with a foolish notion, trying to go 3 wide for sure. 2-horse, just comfortably running down there on the rail, that 1-1. Jockey on the 6 really hasn't asked for much either. Opening half and 23.8, so they're not really going that fast. The 6-horse, I'm just not a fan of 3 wide through turns. I would like to see him get up in front of that 9 and take that turn with room. The 2-horse now is being asked to go, splitting horses pretty easily. The 3-horse also getting engaged. The 5-horse is kind of out right now. So it looks like a race between the 2, the 3, and the 6. The 2 has just been asked to go out. 6-horse and the 3-horse are really battling. It's going to be a three-way race, although that 10-horse right now might get a good trip at the shot at the finish line, because those other 3 horses up front are really kind of pushing and banging off each other. The 3-horse has gotten the edge on everybody else, Terry. 5-horse making a move at the end here, though. This race looks like it's going to be the 3 horses to win, although that 10-horse is coming with some giddy up and go down the stretch. The 3 is searching for that finish line. 2-horse kind of hanging in there, gliding into the finish. 3, 2, 10, and then 6. So the 3-horse. Magneto ending up as your favorite at 6-5, coming home the winner. Terry and I both surviving and advancing in the pick 4 in race number 2. Next up for you and I, Terry, we'll start. That was the 8. I got lucky yesterday. I had the 33-1 shot at Tampa. Good, the 8-horse. We had it too. Also had the 4, same quote as Milo. 7, short name. 4, 5, 6 was the 8. I got lucky because I eyed the horse. Well, hopefully you got a little bit of input from us as well, right, Terry?
I hope so.
All right, so race number 7 starts the late pick 4. Let's talk about that one, Terry. In the last 4 races, it's 1 mile again, 1 mile, 1 turn. Generally speaking, that favors horses that have some giddy up and go early on. Our smart sheets will tell us who will get the lead. Hopefully it tells us who will win as well in race number 7. So who's going to have the lead? Well, 4 of them, really.
Yeah, there's 4 that are very close to the numbers, with the 2 having the best numbers. So just anyone's guess.
Does look like the 2 has the best numbers, but no one really wants the lead over here. You got the 4, the 6, and the 7. They're more EP types, so they can really be anywhere. The 2 horse, though, is a left arrow horse. Those left arrow horses, the closers with early speed to put them in contention, can be very dangerous, although only one of these horses, Terry, has a chance to get a race at 50% or more that looks like its best performances.
Yes, the 3. It's the only one that's above that 50% threshold that we like to see. So it's going to be fairly comfortable here.
Now, everybody in here has a chance to hit par or has come within 1 or 2 points. Par for this race being 92. So that means the 4 horse, the lowest one with 90 on its resume, Terry. One of them in here, a great chance, almost 60% chance to pop that number today.
Yeah, that 5 horse has done it in the past, and it's got a really good chance to do it again today.
It's also your biggest class dropper, moving down 2 lengths, but the class belongs elsewhere for jockey and trainer.
Well, the 2's got the best jockey, 6 best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
So a couple of interesting things here on the top of the ticket. The 5 horse, pretty heavy favorite for Sarawak Rim. The 3 horse has a pretty aggressive late speed advantage, 2 lengths. So if the 3, with that strong C zone, is remotely close to everybody coming around that turn, you aren't holding that one off. But the 2 horse has a 5 points top total pace. So if you add early pace and late pace, the 2 wins by a length. So you take sim odds, do you take C zone and big late race edge, or do you take the best combination of early speed and late speed in race number 7, Terry?
Well, I like the 6 Anna's Promise, finishing the money in 3 of the races out of 3 starts at Gulfstream Park, winning 2 of those. So it likes the track, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 5, my second choice, won 4 out of races out of 6 starts, career starts. Plenty of trouble in her last G1 race, affecting her. And drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 2 placed in 3 of 4 career starts, winning 2, top trainer and jockey. Fast 4 furlong workout on 9th of January. I like Feedy, the 4, as my long shot, won a last race at Churchill Downs, likes the distance, good 3 furlong workout, January 9th. I'm going to play the last pick 4. I'm going to use the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the 3, 9, with the 1, 3, with the 1, 6, 12, a $42 ticket.
I have the 5 horse, Sarawak Rim. You know, I read, and I mean, sometimes this is true, but a lot of horses after the Breeders' Cup, the next race out, particularly those who performed well, they tend to falter and get overbet. This one is your simulation favorite. The last time the horse did run was in the Breeders' Cup. This horse is in here for a check, Terry. If you look to just one of those things, this is optional claiming $62,500. So when you see a horse coming in from the Breeders' Cup, you're looking at trainer intent, right? George Arnold II. One thing I always kind of look at when these horses come in from other countries, Europe, their group racing is pretty similar to ours. So if it has a Group 1 win or a Group 2 win, should fit pretty well into Grade 1, Grade 2. But horses coming from places like Argentina or Brazil or Uruguay or Germany, other countries where horse racing is not as prominent. A Grade 1 or Group 1 win in Argentina, absolutely 1,000 fits. It's probably as good, if not better, than where the horse is running today. Number 2, Senza Perot is that top total pace, 5 points clear of everybody else, and has a great string of workouts since its last race. Just Basking, biggest in-race edge of 2 lengths on the late speed, top C zone. That one's close coming out of the turn, folks. Adios, amigos. See you in the winner's circle. And then finally, number 6, Terry's top pick, Anna's Promise. Definitely been in against top-notch company. I think it ran in the Kentucky Oaks. So great as a 3-year-old. I had to leave somebody off my pick 4. And you know, I know that Terry's top pick, you can single it now because it's my next pick. But 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, 4, 9, 1, 3. And for the first time today in one of my pick fours, I don't have the 3 in the last leg. So you know who's going to win race number 10 already, Terry.
That's the 3.
You can, as Hawk Correlson used to say here in Chicago, you can put it on the board. Yes. All right. Anyway, off to race number 8 we go, right? That's where we are right now.
Yep, 8.
5 furlongs on the all-weather because they're not running on turf today, Mr. Terry. It's going to favor speed. So in race number 8, who's got all of the speed?
Well, it's between the 8 and the 12. They're going to go head-to-head, I think, if they both get a good break.
Indeed, it does look like that. Our race shape tells us the 12-horse PC type doesn't need to lead. 3 up on front, 6 in the back. That should favor horses that are forwardly placed, Terry. They all have yeses. So when they all have yeses, a couple things I like to look for. Value, jockeys and trainers, and C zones, and only 150%er.
Yeah, that's right. The only one that's 50% is a 3. It's 52.5%. The others have nice C zones, but they're not past that 50% threshold we like to see. Then as far as jockeys go, the 1 is the best jockey, 4 is the best trainer, but I think the 1 is the best jockey trainer combination. And then you have the 3 there with overlay of from 5 to 2 to 5 to 1. The 6 has an overlay from 3 to 1 to 8 to 1, and the 10 has a nice overlay from 6 to 1 to a whopping 15 to 1.
Really no strong favorite in here. You got the 3 at the top of that list, although the 6, the 10, and the 1, they're in contention as well. Over here, we see the 6, the 1, and the 10 again. So maybe you start with the 6, the 1, and the 10. Maybe you start with something else. Terry, what did you start with?
I started with the 9, City Minute, placed in 7 of 8 career starts. So this horse is very competitive, won one of the races, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 3, finished the money in the last 5 starts, most recently second versus similar on the dirt. Been Busy, the 1 debut, Real Post winning to 20% time, and the top trainer and jockey stats. So number 7, Baby Blocks, is my long shot, ran second on an all-weather track in the last race and likes the distance. No bets for me in this race.
Yeah, for some reason, I accidentally put my double in there. There's not a double there, and I accidentally deleted the 7. So I don't have the 7 in my picks, though I did consider it when I was looking at it. I was putting everything together at the end of the day here in a hurry. So I have the 1 horse, Been Busy. Second race upside, you see here, 94. Puts that horse well past the par figure of 81. After that, I have the 3 horse, Volatile. All right, there you go, Volatile. Third start after a layoff. Could be a bounce back race today. Number 4, Heir to the Roar, always very close at the end. In 8 of its last 10 races, within a length of the winner, if not winning at the finish line. And then Terry's number 9, City Minute. His top pick, nice price there. 3 consecutive speed figure increases. That was that horse that paid $69 yesterday. Why not do it again today, Terry? I hope it does for you. At $69 as your top pick.
Yeah.
No bets for me because I accidentally moved it. I put the wrong bet in the wrong place, which takes us to race number 9. This is going to be Terry's best bet of the day. We're going to go 5 furlongs on the all-weather. That's going to be a lot of giddy up and go again. So you're looking for a lot of early speed in this particular spot, Terry, and the 2 inside horses look like they're the ones to catch.
Yeah, another one where they could go head-to-head if they both get good breaks to that quarter pole.
Yes, indeed, they could. Although the 6 horse right there could be in that mix as well. That 6 horse, pretty aggressive C zone in there. Everybody wants to be middle forward. Not surprising, Terry, in a short race. With that being in mind, Terry, which jockey is likely to give him the best trip?
Well, the 3 has the best jockey, but I think the 1 has best trainer, and the 1 also has the best jockey trainer combination.
The 1 also has second race par ability, putting that horse up to 98, with 84 being the average winning par speed figure. The 1 also 4 points last race speed edge, 6 point top total pace edge. Before we get to Terry's best bet, I forgot to do this the last couple of days, Terry, so I think I put the jinx on you by not giving you the drum roll, please. So let's take the jinx off. Let's do the drum roll. Terry's best bet of the day is
The number 1 horse, My Perfect Lady. She won her debut race at Gulfstream Park. Rail Pulse is winning at an 18% clip. The trainer and jockey both have high win rates. Then I like the 3 as my second choice, finishing the money in 6 of the races out of 7 starts at Gulfstream Park, winning 2 of those. Also has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then Roxy, the 9, won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey as well. The 2 is my long shot, won last race, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer as well. And then I'm going to bet 20 to win on the 1, a $10 exacta box 1-3, a $10 exacta 1 with the 2-3-9 in second place, and then a $5 exacta box 1-3-9. That's it for me.
My Perfect Lady gets the My Perfect pick today, Terry. Or Terry's My Perfect pick, anyway. And that one, it's top last race speed figure in his debut, 4 points better than everybody else. And if the horse builds on that, well, look out. Number 3, Vuela Paloma. Vuela Paloma. Highly consistent horse in here on the all-weather, 4 times, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 1 of those seconds was just by a head bob, so it could have 3 out of 4 in the winner's circle. Number 9, Roxy, 3rd start after a layoff, faster fractions last out. And then the 2 horse, Neodera, should be the pace setter at a distance where 36% of the horses get the lead and keep the lead and enter the winner's circle, passing go. 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 6, and 12 for my remaining $8 in my Benny and the Bets. Before we close off the week with race number 10, Terry, one last reminder that you got some free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. That track is Delta Downs tonight. I think last week we gave out Delta Downs on Thursday and just went off and had winners every which way. Hopefully we go off tonight. Go off to horseracingtoday.net when the show is over. And right here, we'll have our picks for Gulfstream Park today. Just click on that link right there. It'll say Gulfstream instead of Tampa. You'll see a race replay in there. If you want to come back and watch race number 9 and see why Terry made it his best bet of the day, we will timestamp in the description on YouTube every single race. Keep an eye out on that. While you're over at horseracingtoday.net, there's today's smart sheets. There's the explanation of how to use them. I promise you, they are very close to launch for every track in the United States and in Canada that has thoroughbred or quarter horses. Yeah, I almost burned a brain cramp right there, Terry.
Yeah, quarter horses.
And there's that link to go get those Delta Downs picks tonight, where hopefully we go off again. For the finale today, Terry, race number 10. They're going to go 1 mile on the turf. Yay, maiden claiming. 75 is that speed number you want to look for, Terry. And then the finale, did anybody hit 75?
Yeah, there's several of them that did that. The 1, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and 12 all hit 71. They all equaled or exceeded that par speed number. So
there's your U.S. tips too there. We always support people, so go ahead and take a look at what he has to say as well. We're sure you'll be back here too. As far as the early speed is concerned, Terry, does look like some of those horses should be a part of the early pace as well.
Yeah, there's several of them, but I think it's like anyone's guess who's going to get there. It just depends on the break and what the jockey decides to do and, how things work out that way in this race.
Yeah, no real pace setter in here. So that 12 and the 10 horse, they're both left arrow horses. Those left arrow horses perform very well. This group right here, they want to co-pilot. The 5 and 7, they're making you're going to have to improve a lot. Not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. The 9 horse, first-time starter, Terry, 2.61 with a back bullet, though he is facing a field of yeses. And he's also facing perhaps some jockey-trainer combinations that are a little stiffer.
Yeah, the 11's the best jockey, 12 the best trainer. But you know what? That 1 has the best combination of jockey and trainer, in my opinion.
Yes, the 4 horse, the best combination when we do our simulations to be your winner. 12 horse, a pretty aggressive late speed edge. So if the 12 gets to the lead, Terry, you can't pass what you can't catch, right?
Yep, that's right.
And then down here, the 8, the 1, the 12, and the 6 are your top 4 total pace horses. Who are your top 4 horses to close it out?
Well, I like the 1, Conn Smythe. I ran second versus Summer in the last race. Rail Post winning 20% clip. Then I like the 6 Aston Style. Ran second versus Tougher in the last race. Drops in class today. Has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like that 12 that you were talking about, Sky Bum. Finished third versus Tougher in the last race. Drops in class today. Has a high percentage winning trainer. And then Animated, the 11, ran third on an all-weather track in the last race. Has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me as I'm completely out of money.
All right. Well, for me, I'm going to go with Austin Smile, the 6 horse, moving up the speed ladder. Just missed last time out. Third start after a layoff. Number 12, Ski Bum, drops in class. 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. We talked about that already today with that $69 winner yesterday. Showing much better early speed. Conn Smythe, I think that's the trophy for the winning MVP in hockey. I'm not 100% sure. But just missed at this level last time out. Been very consistent at this distance. 4 times out, 3 seconds. So why not put him third? Finally, the 5 horse Liam Song. You have to put this one on your ticket no matter what he looks like on paper. He's the only horse dropping from the maiden special weight, and he's making a second start with second race upside. So I like to look at that when I'm looking through here. Maiden claiming 17, maiden claiming 17. Down here, you see maiden claiming 17, maiden claiming 25, but already ran at this level. Maiden 110,000 special weight, maiden claiming. And you have down here maiden claiming, maiden claiming. First time starter, you might think about that one. Maiden claiming, as we continue down the path here, maiden claiming. And then the 12 horse, maiden claiming 25, also ran at this level, finishing second by a neck. So when you run through the past performances, folks, I don't care how crappy a horse looks. If it's the only maiden special weight dropper, especially if it has reasons to improve second start after a layoff, got to put him in your picks, Terry. Probably runs like a 20-1 today, but, you know, that's a rule I live by. So I live by the rules, Terry.
Oh, that's good. Good. If you get good rules and stick with them, that's the best way to do it.
Discipline, indeed. I don't know if discipline's a blessing or a curse, Terry, because I look at a Snickers, and a Snickers has 250 calories, roughly. If you go on the treadmill, it takes about 20 minutes where you're running at roughly a 10-minute mile to burn off one Snickers.
Wow.
Lots of pain for that. That math is backwards, no?
Yeah, it is.
1,000%. All right, anyway, here are our full picks for today. Race number 1, the 10 horse one. Race number 2, the 3 horse one. So I have no idea. Well, he went 10-3. So that means the 2 horse is going to win race number 3, Terry.
Yeah.
10-3, 2.
Yes. Yep.
Race 3, no bets. Race number 4, our second of our pick 4s. Race number 5, a $5 exact key box for me. Race 6, another exact key box for me. Race number 7, another pick 4. Race number 8, nada, although this looks like a good betting race. Race number 9, I have a double. Terry has his best bet to end the week. And then nothing to go for race number 10. Again, tomorrow, Thomas and I in England. I forget where we're going to be. We're going to be at Lingfield Park. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe button. Follow us on all our social sites so you know when Foreign Friday is about to kick off. For the final time this week, Terry, you bid us adieu with words of wisdom.
Yeah, well, if you want to keep your weight in check, don't eat too many candy bars. And go ahead, stay safe. If there's any good weather for you, go out in the good weather. If it's bad weather, well, if you like to go out in the snow, go. If you don't, like me, you stay in the house and do a little bit of handicapping for the
And watch the 49ers games, right?
That's right. Coming up Saturday at 5 p.m. Go 49ers. And that's it.
Yeah, here in Chicago, they're going to have a game too with them and the Rams. It's going to be 16 degrees outside. Going to be freezing cold for the indoor Southern California soft hand types out here versus the rugged, ice cold tundra types. Anyway, no matter what you're doing for the rest of today, this terrific Terry Tuesday, thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. And we certainly hope, no matter what your goals are for the rest of this day in 2026, whatever is in your heart has God's grace, God's favor, and every single thing you do ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, make it a blessed, terrific Terry Thursday. See ya. Mañana.